Hello, my dear friends, welcome back. We always think of kids as little angels, innocent and cute, right? But have you ever wondered what would happen if that innocent look hid a dark secret? Today, we will explore a scary topic: evil children in true stories. Let's find out about some stories that will make you look at the kids around you in a new way. Please like and subscribe.
1. Mary Bell.
Have you ever wondered who the scariest kids in the world are? Today, we are going to talk about a true story, a case so creepy it's hard to believe. This is Mary Bell, one of the most cold-blooded and young killers in history, even though she was only 10 years old.
A 10-year-old serial killer. Viewer discretion is advised. This is Mary Bell, and she could easily be one of the most sadistic murderers in history, even though she was only 10 years old. Mary allegedly grew up being abused, and her mother would even sell her to other men at the age of 5. All of this abuse fueled this anger inside of her, and she had to find some sort of way to release it. On May 11th, 1968, Mary Bell was playing with a little 3-year-old toddler, and he mysteriously fell off of an air raid shelter. This was the start of her violent outrage. Just 2 weeks later, on March 25th, the boy Martin Brown's body was found dead inside of an abandoned building. It was later discovered that Mary lured this little boy into this abandoned building and strangled him with her bare hands. 2 years later, Mary then strangled a 3-year-old boy and carved the letter M into his stomach with a razor blade. And then she used scissors to cut and mutilate the body. Mary eventually confessed to this by writing notes because she was bragging about it, and the police arrested her. Here's the crazy thing: she was arrested and released just a couple years later, and today she could possibly still be alive. One of the terms for her confession was that after she was released, her name would be changed and everything. The latest information we have of her is pretty much she had a daughter when she got released, and nobody knows where she's at now. So what do you think? Do you think she should be forgiven because she was a child, or do you think that fire is still inside of her waiting to strike again? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to like and follow for more videos.
I can't believe what I'm hearing about what this child did. Honestly, I really like kids, but not this one. She is a devil in the body of a child. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and follow to watch more videos.
2. Sophia Martinez.
How fake can a child be? Sophie will show you. Today, we're going to explore the horrifying story of a 2-year-old girl who fooled an entire town into believing she was a victim, when in reality, she was the killer.
Did you know? A 12-year-old girl in Arizona unalived her entire family and convinced everyone it was a robbery for 4 years. Her name was Sophie Martinez. On November 3rd, 2019, she called 911 crying, saying masked men broke in. Police found her parents and 2 brothers shot in their beds. Sophie was hiding in a closet, covered in blood. She became the town's symbol of tragedy. People donated $300,000 to her GoFundMe. She moved in with her grandmother and went to therapy. Everyone loved brave little Sophie, but in 2023, her boyfriend found her journal. She had written everything: how she planned it for months, how she put crushed sleeping pills in their dinner, how she used her dad's gun at 3 a.m. while they slept, how she practiced crying in the mirror for the 911 call. The worst part, she wrote, "Grandma's coffee tastes weird now too. She'll be gone by Christmas." Police tested the grandmother's hair. It was full of arsenic. Sophie had been poisoning her for 6 months. When they arrested her, Sophie was completely calm. She smiled and said, "Waited until I turned 16. Now I'll be out by 21. She was right. She got 5 years in juvenile detention. She'll be released next year. She already has 2 million TikTok followers who think she's innocent. Write your country and I'll make a video from there.
What, 2 million followers? That's my dream number. Hey, guys, instead of following a killer, please subscribe to me, the person who will bring you many more interesting and scary stories.
3. Laughing while killing his sister with a pillow for iPhone.
The smiles of children are always seen as innocent and bright. But what if I told you that smile appeared in a courtroom after a child killed their cousin just to play on a phone? Look at this smile and watch until the end.
A 12-year-old girl killed her 8-year-old cousin over a mobile phone. In court, she shamelessly mocked the victims' families and showed no remorse for her crimes. On a July evening, 12-year-old LaCuvana Parson and 8-year-old cousin Demaria Hollingsworth sleeping on the bunk beds in their grandmother's room. The surveillance camera cruelly captured the shocking scene that followed. Parson covered Demaria's head with a pillow and bedsheet until she had no response at all. What's even more chilling is that after confirming that her cousin has stopped breathing, Parson Parson surprisingly calmly cleared the scene. She wiped Demaria's body and face with a tissue. She even moved Damaris's body, making her look like she was sleeping, so no one will notice. The next morning, grandmother noticed something was off, and after checking the surveillance footage, she discovered that Parson had been tormenting her cousin with bedding and her entire weight, and all of this is just because of an iPhone. In court, a 12-year-old girl smiled and said Demaria shouldn't have competed with her for her phone. She brought it all on herself. Finally, Parson was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, currently detained in a juvenile detention center, but the prosecutor requested to prosecute her as an adult.
Honestly, children are sometimes too foolish and do not understand their actions. Just for a phone, they can take another person's life. The scariest thing is that innocent smile. It shows a complete lack of understanding about death and the consequences of their actions.
4. Teenagers murder in concrete.
Do you know what the scariest age is? 3, 2, 1. That's right. It's the teenage years. They are smart, cunning, and reckless. And when they cross the line, they become a true nightmare. The following case is an example. A girl was murdered and encased in concrete. It's truly horrifying. Watch until the end.
One of the most gruesome cases of sadistic torture we've ever covered. The case of Junko Furuta. Japan, 1988. 17-year-old Junko is rubbing her bruised knee. She's laying kind of awkwardly in a ditch on the side of the road. Her bike is practically on top of her at this point. It's 8:30 p.m. It's not the most optimal time to get injured alone. Junko looks up. She's frustrated. She was riding her bike home from her part-time job when this random 15-year-old boy comes up to her out of nowhere, completely unprovoked, and kicks the side of her bike. She and her bike go flying off the road into this ditch, and now she's rubbing her slightly bloody knees. She's dusting the dirt off her legs when this figure walks up to her. Another boy, maybe a little older, perhaps 18. He offers to help her up. That guy is famous around here. The one that kicked you? He's a pervert. He once threatened me with a knife, you know? Come on, let's get you up. I can escort you home if you'd like. I'm sure he's still somewhere around here. It's a split-second decision. Do you risk being alone and vulnerable to the bike-kicking pervert to come back and get you? Or do you take the helping hand, hoping it's someone safer? The possibility that the two of them planned for this to happen probably does not cross your mind.
Oh, it was pre-planned?
Pre-planned. They're friends. As Junko and the helping hand are walking towards her house, they pass by one of those abandoned warehouses, and suddenly this guy's attitude completely switches. You know, I'm a Yakuza member, right? It's like the mafia, but in Japan. This is our whole thing. We kill you by faking an accident, we hit you with a car, but I can forgive you if you offer yourself to me. He drags Junko into the abandoned warehouse and essays her. But when he's done, he is sitting next to her. She's very panicked, and he tries to convince her, actually, there's more. The Yakuza still wants to kill you, but because you look kind of like my girlfriend, I feel a little bit of sympathy for you. I want to let you live. I can talk to my superiors and ask them not to kill you, but you have to stay with me for maybe the weekend. He leaves to call two of his friends, and he tells them, I've captured a woman. Do you guys want to eat together? That night, him and his 3 friends would take turns gang essaying her, and they would invite more friends over, and soon the torture would begin. They would make fun of her. It was estimated that Junko was essayed by at least 100 different men during her 44 days in captivity. The sexual torture would only escalate in the next few weeks. It's almost like her captors and the other friends who would be invited over were playing this game of who can be more sick, who can be more twisted. Within a few weeks, they start essaying Junko with other objects. They initially start with random objects that they could find to get their hands on, but eventually they start intentionally looking for objects that would cause the most damage. They begin to torture Junko by inserting sharp scissors, metal rods, metal skewers that you use to grill meat on, glass beverage bottles into her private parts to essay her. At one point, they placed a hot light bulb into her private region and roughly moved it around until it shattered inside of her. Junko would be essayed so regularly and so brutally that her internal organs were, quote, mangled by the end of the 44 days.
I feel so brave for having listened to this whole story. It's hard to believe that these devils speak our language. Schools and families need to manage and educate their children more carefully to prevent tragedies like this murder and concrete case.
5. Killed his sister because of watching wrestling on TV.
Boys, I know you like watching car races or wrestling shows like WWE. Who here watches them? When I was in middle school, the boys in my class would jump on each other and pretend to fight like in WWE. But have you ever thought about the serious consequences? Let's learn about this boy's case. Watch until the end.
Lionel Tate. July 28, 1999.
Kathleen Grosset Tate was entrusted as a nanny to care for 6-year-old Tiffany Unick for the evening. Kathleen left Tiffany with her 12-year-old son, Lionel Tate, who were both watching television, and went upstairs to take a short nap. Approximately 45 minutes later, Lionel woke Kathleen to the chilling statement, "Tiffany's not breathing." Kathleen raced downstairs to find Tiffany's ravaged body, who had 35 separate injuries including broken bones, ruptured organs, and a cracked skull. Lionel told police that he was only imitating pro wrestling moves that he'd seen on TV, and didn't realize that he had mortally wounded the girl until she stopped moving. Child abuse experts thoroughly refuted Lionel's story, testifying in court that the injuries Tiffany sustained were the equivalent of a fall from a third-story building. In 2001, Lionel's mother turned down a plea deal to reduce the charges to second-degree murder, which would have sent Lionel to a juvenile detention center for 1 year and 10 years of probation. Instead, the case went to trial, and Lionel was convicted of first-degree murder, where Judge Joel Lazarus sentenced Lionel to life without parole, making the boy the youngest convict to receive a life sentence. In January of 2004, an appeals court overturned Lazarus's decision and allowed Lionel to take the aforementioned plea deal. A few months later, Lionel was found by probation officers out of his house and carrying a 4-inch knife. They elevated his house arrest status to zero tolerance probation. 1 year later, Lionel robbed a pizza delivery guy with a firearm and stole 4 pizzas worth $33.60. Police arrested Lionel for gun possession and was sentenced to 30 years in prison for violating his probation, and 10 years for the robbery, though both terms are served concurrently. As of 2017, Lionel has 19 years left on his prison sentence.
What do you think? Does this boy deserve to be forgiven? Don't copy everything you see on TV shows, it could put you in jail.
6. Bad words from kids.
Do you think bad kids are because of their parents' teaching? It's true, but not always. I think some kids are bad from the moment they are born. Maybe they are like little devils in their thoughts. Watch this video to see signs of a devil child and stay away from them right away.
Creepiest things said by kids. This woman used to be a waitress, and at one of her tables was a mom and her 4-year-old daughter. Well, the mom was in the bathroom, and the waitress went over there to ask the kid how she liked her food. But when she got there, the 4-year-old girl was stabbing her sandwich with the fork, repeatedly. Die, 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 die. Hi, what are you doing? I like to kill things, but mommy said I can't do that, so I stabbed my sandwich because it can't scream. The waitress walked away. And later, when the mom got back to the bathroom, she overheard her say this. That's right, honey, stab food, not people. I am so proud of you. Stab food, not people. That's terrifying.
It's bad, right? Have you heard strange things from kids around you? Comment and tell me.
7. Imaginary friend.
Sometimes, I think kids are pushed by someone, like an imaginary friend. I'm serious. If a kid in your house has an imaginary friend, pack your bags and leave right away. In this video, a brother saw a picture his sister drew of their family and an imaginary friend. I'll show you the video. I watched it at midnight last night, and it gave me chills. The worst part, when the brother asked their mom about the sister's imaginary friend, do you know how scary the answer was? Watch the video until the end.
Show me.
My picture I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy, and that's me.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Why me? Why me? Till this day, I still don't know what this thing is. And for the past couple days, I have been contemplating my life. My younger sister drew that. The funny thing is, I made a video ages ago. And I said if my child ever did that, I would burn the house. Now, I'm in a predicament. Her eyes, this thing is a real thing. First part is me and my other siblings don't exist in this drawing. It's just my dad, my mum, her, and Steve. What does this mean for us? We want an update from your sister. We want an update from your sister. Since that day, I have not talked to that feral being. Made sure to keep myself far away from her till I decide the next steps. I don't think even my mum has seen this. Actually, I'm gonna get my mum's reaction. Mama.
Yeah?
Have you seen that picture of the imaginary friend?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
There's Margaret and there's Steve.
There's another one. There's a Margaret as well.
There's Margaret and there's Steve. There's 2. Have you not met them yet?
Listen, if anyone wants to nuke the house, if we've got any pyromaniacs, please message me.
He mom said, which one? And, have you not met them yet? Bro, run away from there and start an exorcism. Looking at Steve's face, I don't think I want to be friends with him, thanks. Watch your kids and siblings, okay? Let them go outside and touch grass before some friend tells them to pick up a gun. Drop a comment and let me know which lost media game or video you want me to explore next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow so I can keep protecting you from these creepy mysteries. Thanks for watching, my dear friends. See you in the next video. Bye!